Hello and welcome back to F2P Gaming. Today we'll be discussing Hearthstone versus Elder Scrolls Legends, two similar games which are also completely different. Playing Elder Scrolls Legends, it feels much more cinematic than Hearthstone. It feels like a very obvious extension of Skyrim, which is great. I have to say though, I like the two-lane feature of Legends, as it adds like a whole new layer and element to the game which Hearthstone kinda lacks. It means you're essentially running two games at the same time, which is definitely a challenge. The kind of cards you get are unique throughout the whole thing, and they can be used in a variety of different ways in order to take down your opponent. It does a great job of sticking at the Skyrim lore as well, and that means that when you're playing it, it does really feel like a proper extension of the game and not something completely separate. It almost feels like Witcher 3 in a way that it just kind of seamlessly slips into card games, and it works really well. Hearthstone sticks to the simple concept of putting all your cards on the table to kill the other hero. There isn't this two-lane feature that you have in ESL, but the cards themselves do a lot more. When the game first came out, it was fairly basic, so over the years Blizzard have had the chance to be adding all sorts to the game in order to spice it up a bit, and it has worked. The possible plays you can pull off are nearly endless, and last year Hearthstone made the bold move to essentially split the game into two. At the time people were using the same decks and it wasn't really going anywhere, it was becoming kind of stale, and that's when they introduced Standard and Wild mode. Standard mode means you're only able to use cards that were either basic or released in the previous year, whereas all other cards are a no-go. With Wild on the other hand, which was what Hearthstone had always been, any card goes. Nowadays Standard just completely dominates over Wild, and it means that every time you log on the game has changed completely. Deep down they're very similar games. They both allow you to start a seemingly endless collection of cards that you can use in any way you like. You can either look online to find the best and most popular decks, or you can take a stab at making a good one in your own. If you're new to either of these games and are just trying things out, I'd recommend taking some people's decks off the internet. Maybe use them for a couple games, see what works for you and what doesn't. At that point you can tweak decks and add or remove cards wherever you see fit, but at least you know at its base it's a solid, well-made deck rather than hopelessly just chucking random cards down. If it came down to which one had a better origin, then I'd have to pick Elder Scrolls Legends, as I love Skyrim. It's easily one of the most ambitious and best games ever made, and the open world aspect, character customization, the graphics at the time, and just the sheer overwhelming amount of content within the game. You could end up playing it for hours and not get bored. You could even play the game multiple times and you'd find new things each time you did. Whereas the World of Warcraft, it just never really appealed to me. I've seen some stuff from it, I've played it a little bit, but it just seems like the kind of game where you have to spend hours grinding out over and over again. Just the same things for realistically just very little reward. Overall, despite them both being great games, I think Hearthstone tops them. It's a little smoother, has a nicer layout, and at times Elder Scrolls Legends can be a bit jumpy and jittery, and it just doesn't play as well. The main problem is that Elder Scrolls Legends is always going to be a couple years behind Hearthstone, and they can't exactly jump ahead in time that quickly, but if they rush to try and keep up then the gameplay is just going to suffer. It seems to be just a retextured and clunkier copy of Hearthstone, so I'd say Hearthstone would deserve more points just for sheer originality and standing out. And on top of that, Hearthstone made it possible for other games like Elder Scrolls Legends to become popular. I think either way though, whether you're a diehard Skyrim fan or World of Warcraft fan, you'll be able to enjoy both. But if I was going to recommend one or the other to somebody, I wouldn't hesitate to say Hearthstone.